You forgot about that one. Chris, what? No, yeah, I sent out an email. It should have gone out like 9 minutes ago, but I'm pretty sure that you guys didn't receive an email from me today at all because Flowdesk is messed up. Anyway, hi guys, I'm Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. We're gonna do some crafting today. I was already answering a couple of questions that were in the chat already, so if you're catching up on the replay and you don't know what I'm talking about, Ruth had asked, do I have a Scrapbooking Fun Summit ticket link? I've been getting emails from others, but waiting for yours. So yes. Okay, so Ruth did get my email. I just saw that she said that she did get my email from this morning. When I go on to Flowdesk right now, it says it is sending my email that I scheduled for this morning. There's also a banner across the top that says, you may experience some errors and latency due to a cloud provider outage. Our team is actively investigating and working to resolve the issue. So this morning, I got an email actually from a different summit saying that that's something that was supposed to be provided. They were testing things for a summit that's coming up, okay? And it's not the Scrapbooking Fun Summit. That stuff's all been tested and everything is good. Tracy told me everything's fine. So we're good on that one. But it's a different one that's also coming up next month. And they had apparently been testing the links. And when they filled out the form to get the freebie, they didn't get anything. So I'm going in there trying to test it. And yeah, the part that is supposed to be sending out the freebie, when I go in there to even try to edit to see what's going on, because it says that there's nobody in that workflow, it takes me to a 404 page. So that's one of the things. Chris is saying that AT&T had an outage too. I was on Adobe Express, which is a free service that allows me to schedule posts of all my social medias and go to many different places at the same time. So a lot of times you'll see a picture of one of my cards go up on YouTube, on Instagram and on Facebook and on Twitter and on, I think I've even got it connected to LinkedIn, and people actually look at it over there, which is kind of interesting. Yay! Thank you so much. The going live email seemed to appear to my inbox 2 hours ago. That's perfect because it was scheduled for right around 6 o'clock. So it was supposed to happen. But yeah, I'm having issues. I was on Canva. I've rebooted my computer in case it's a problem with mine. I have not tested this stuff since I did that reboot. But on Canva, I was trying to download that starting soon screen, because I changed it a little bit from the ones I've been using. So I was trying to download that, and I downloaded it like 4 times on my PC, and it never saved to my PC. I had to save it to my phone, and then put it into my Google Drive, and then download it from there. It's like, it was a friggin' mess. I have no idea why it wasn't wanting to work. It could be something to do with my Chrome. It could be my PC. I don't know. Maybe I did need to reboot. I don't know, but I went ahead and rebooted anyway. So hopefully we won't have any problems at this point. I still don't know 100% what I want to play with today, but I do have a few different ideas. Oh, and now, okay, I need to reset this thing. Nobody has been getting their welcomes. What the heck? I think they probably tried to go through when y'all were chatting earlier. So, hi, Deborah. You're going to get another one because I am going to reset that. So now everybody gets their welcomes because I love you guys. Anyway, this weekend was really busy. You know, I've been trying to take the weekends off. That didn't happen this weekend because I still went live with Betty Penny on Saturday. If you missed it, where did I put the card? Oh, there it is. It's so pretty. So apparently Betty Penny was doing a birthday celebration thing, and someone must have told her, hey, Debbie J's birthday's coming up, because she invited me to come on Saturday or next Saturday. I said, well, let's go ahead and do it. No problem. And then I realized, wait a minute. She said it was a birthday celebration. Is she celebrating mine? Because mine's not yet. So I did let her know my birthday's not until the beginning of next month. Just reminding y'all, it's not yet. But we went ahead and did the live already, and we were doing it using YouTube. Hey, Tamara. But yeah, we used the YouTube go live with me feature, which apparently you can only, number one, you can only do it from your phone. I'm just explaining what you're going to see when you go over to Benny Penny's video, which I do have linked in the email. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Jen. Hi, everybody. But when you do the go live with me, when you do the go live with me on YouTube, it makes both parties. Okay, I will shut up for a minute because you know what? Anne has Daffy taking over the stream.
Now, as I was saying...
Hi, Anne. I knew it was you. Anyway, yeah, love you guys. Deborah's been online shopping at IKEA. Ooh, there's so many things I want right now, and I was mentioning. I'm gonna back up and do the other part for it first. Anyway, with go live with me on YouTube, it requires you to go live on your phone. So you have to do it on your phone, and it only lets you do vertical. So the screen that you see is going to be two vertical layouts side by side, which means it's smaller than the normal 16 by whatever, the normal horizontal that we're used to. So it's cramped. So I had very little space I could work with, but I still made a pretty card. I think I stayed in frame most of the time, but this is the one that I made during that. It is a 3D embossing folder. There's a die set that goes with it. There's a stencil set that goes with it, and it turned out so super pretty. I love how that one turned out. And then, of course, I used that Crackle Paint background, the Crackle Paint embossing folder, 3D embossing folder that we played with last week. So pretty. So I got that done. I'm also really excited that I got some other things finished up. So I got my the email funnel for the summit is in place. So if you haven't gotten that email yet, it's probably because Flowdesk is messed up, and hopefully that will be going out soon and you'll be able to sign up. Ruth also asked me for the link earlier. I'm going to go ahead and pop that into the chat again, and then I think I'm going to pin it to the top on both YouTube and Twitch. Is that the right pin? Yes, it pinned it right over there. So let me pin it on YouTube if I can find it. Why can I not see the things? Well, that's not doing it for me. Anywho. But yeah, it's kind of interesting, the different things going on. I was working yesterday. I finally got my design team project for Ranger, my first one, done and submitted. I'm waiting for them to approve. And that was fun. And I basically wound up playing with some stuff differently than I have in a bit. I've done it before. It's just one of those techniques that you don't think about. So I think I might actually do a little of that with you. Saturday I went live with Bitty Penny. Yesterday I did the live speaker hangout with the summit. That was for VIP members. I sent out an email with a quick announcement about it. And of course, I don't know if you guys tried to go in and you weren't VIP members. If you weren't a VIP member, you may not have been able to get in. I don't know. I know that I was able to get into it. I know I'm a VIP member, but I don't know. I mean, I went straight to YouTube, so I don't know, how that one was supposed to work. But supposedly it was for VIP members only. And while we were doing that, I had out my Cricut Joy, and I had out my, hey, Bethany. Babe, yes, they do that. Little one. That's one reason why when I was raising my girls, I was not willing to spend hardly anything on their clothes because they went through them way too fast. I recycled a bunch of Destiny's clothes to fit Adrian. Yeah, lots of them. Uh-oh, Ruth put some more screenshots in Clip It. Why you do that, honey? Do I still have the thing up? Oh, I was playing with my foil quill. And I got it to work in my Cricut Joy. So although this is not perfect, and I started trying to color in a little bit, you can see the foil on there. I did not have enough foil to cover the page, so I did it wrong. And then I was going down here and just filling it in with a little bit of dark green marker, because what happens on Cricut is it does not fill in the color. It does not fill it in. You have to do something special to get it to do like a crosshatch or something in there to fill in all the foil. It will just do the outlines. So unless you have a specific font that is only the one line, like a single line thing, it's going to do an outline of everything. I also used one of their designs to do another one. It says thank you, and it worked great. Oh yay, did I do a stencil? I don't know what you're talking about, Tamara. Who's doing a stencil? I played with stencils yesterday. But yeah, it's where you can use the foil quill with your Cricut Joy. You have to kind of figure out the height on your own, but it works. And I mean, I've used it before. There's a special adapter for me to use it on my ScanNCut. There's not one for the Joy though. Just letting you know. There's not, at least in the set that I got years ago, there's not one, because I don't think the Joy was out yet. But yeah, it's like you can do some foiling and stuff. So yeah, I think that was kind of cool. What else did I do? Oh, I was playing around with one of the pastes. You know, that Ranger had recently sent me that metallic, the metallic white paste. And I used it with a picket fence, the picket fence leaf, was it picket fence? Yeah, picket fence leaf stencil. Turned out so pretty. I love how this card turned out. I just added a few drops of re-inker on there and got some additional colors. Let you see this a little bit closer up. But isn't that cool? And looks like all my stuff is crooked and not where it's supposed to be. And yeah, I have not done any adjustments because I just rebooted my computer. Let's see. Color's about right. That's a little bit, I don't know why it's so off. Let's zoom in a little bit more. I don't want to zoom in too much.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now back to our show.
Thank you, Jen. Okay, but yeah, I think this turned out really, really cool. You see, I've got a little bit of pink and blue in there, just a couple of drops of re-inker on it. And then I made another card. This one is actually going to be on the, assuming that everything turns out okay, but I just submitted it to Ranger yesterday, and this is the one that I made for them. So hopefully that will be going up over there as my first presentation. I don't know 100% whether or not it is what they're looking for, and to make sure that it's all correct and all the things. So that's why I say it should be posted over there. But I recorded and edited and got all that stuff done yesterday. And then of course I had extra paste when I was doing things. So I started off with a different color too. I started the first one I did. That one went in the garbage. It's where it's using the sun rays stencil from Simon Hurley, and it's lovely. I mean, that is just turns out so pretty. But I wound up making a big mess and wasted a piece of that black hole cardstock, because I figured I'd do the black lines and be really pretty. And but apparently I think I did it incorrectly. I just think I did the stencils in the wrong order. So one of them wasn't 100% dry when I tried doing the other, and it wound up making everything go underneath. And it was just, and this time I did half of it in ink, bee sting ink, and then I did the paste. That's actually the white with a little bit of shooting star re-inker mixed into it. So you can make your own colors. You can make your own colors to pretty much match the Simon Hurley ones, except the mic is not going to match. That's probably why this is a little bit more, I don't know, kind of white. I don't know, kind of, yeah. I think that the mica or whatever that's in there that makes it have the shimmer is a little bit whiter, so it's not quite. Okay, Adelaide is tired of me talking, so she did the Santa check. Anyway, I also... So it looks like Adelaide is not in the Coal Patrol right now. Let's see how Ruth does. Even Ruth is good. Look at that. You guys were good this weekend. Okay, who's up next? Looks like Chris is bad. Okay, now it looks like Anne Marit wants to see how she's been doing. So let's see what happens there. Oh, now it's Chris. I don't know who was bad before. Carmen was bad. Okay, so now we're going to see if Chris is good or bad. And Chris is bad too. So Chris and Carmen are definitely in the coal patrol today. And then Anne Marit. Anne Marit's been good. Okay, so Ruth says, haha, Santa had too much eggnog. Well, I did sell a good number of cards at the craft fair on Saturday. Fabulous. And looks like, is that saying Miss Ruth is bad? Or was that, I think that was saying Ruth was bad. Second or third time's a charm. All is right with the world. Okay, so on this one, you can probably see that little bit of texture there. That's because I put a piece of cardstock down over it when the stencil was still on, and mostly to clean up what was on the stencil and lifted a little bit of it. So it winds up with that kind of cool little crazing kind of thing. I love that one. So I did the same kind of thing the first card I was doing with the other stencil and got a couple of kind of cool backgrounds. So I've got these guys because it picked up what was on the plastic and a little bit underneath. So those are kind of cool. And then of course I did the waist, and this one is, I like this one. This is really pretty. But I thought, you know, I wonder if you could stamp over it. I know it did. It looks so cool. It looks so cool. So anyway, I decided I didn't know whether or not for sure you could stamp over it. So I looked it up online and they said yes. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. So I did this one. This is one with a waist. And this is one of the Simon Hurley landscapes. I think it's one of his cling stamps. So I used that and then I heat embossed over it. I think that turned out pretty cool. I'm kind of thinking for these that the beach scene with the trees would probably look kind of cool on those rays, but I haven't decided for sure what I want to do. But have you guys made your own colored pastes? That's a question I have for y'all. Have y'all done that? Have you thought about it? Have you wondered, you know, there's all these pretty colors of paste, but how the heck do I make those? Or I can't afford to buy them all, or any of those things. So Anne Marit says no. Deborah says, Deb, I'm positive that you have to have made your own colored paste before. I mean, I've done it with glitter paste and stuff too, but it's been quite a while. So this is like kind of the first time I've done it, and it worked great with this. This is the stuff I used yesterday. None of y'all have done that. Have you even thought about it? No, you just go, here's the thing. I tell you that most things that we have, that we use, there is probably a dirt cheap version that you can either make or, like I said, low quality, whatever, one that you can get really cheap, right? This is where you can use stuff that's probably already in your stash and create more different things. Just like if you've got red, blue, and yellow of any kind of medium, you can mix them together to make whatever color you want to. You don't have to buy the specific ink colors or the specific paint colors or any of the things, as long as you've got those three plus white and black of whatever the medium is. That's just basic color theory. You can do that. But the companies are so fabulous. They mix all the things together to get the perfect color and make sure that you get the exact same thing every single time if you want to use it. Tamara says, I've only blended in some re-inker to paste. Absolutely. The only difference I did on this one is I put the paste down first And then I put a couple of drops of the re-inker on there, and then I spread it a little bit so it would have a little bit of a blending. That's the only thing that I did. Okay, so Deborah says, I do mostly mixed media. Offhand, I can't remember. Well, that's why I was saying that I was pretty sure that you had, because this is kind of a... This is one of the only mixed media things that I ever actually play with. So I'm going to go ahead and show y'all this. Like I said, it's super easy. And you can make it any color you want. And I've got a bunch of re-inkers. I've got Stellar. I've got Catherine Pooler. I've even got re-inkers for a bunch of my my Better Press ones. So I don't think it really matters which ink that you use. For that matter, you don't have to use the re-inkers. If you don't have the re-inkers, let's take those out of the way. Why not just do it with one of your ink pads? Oh, wait, let's do some purple. Purple would be cool. I've got a stencil out that I think I've only used like a couple of times. This one is lots of circles. I think this is the one that was from Lisa Horton, if I remember right. Lisa Horton, All About Christmas. Yes. I haven't even put this with, I haven't put it away yet. That's the thing. It needs to go in one of my, I haven't thought about using resin colorant, mostly because a lot of us don't have it. I think I might have some, but I don't actually know what's in it. We already know from folks like Simon and the folks at Ranger that you can add mica because they have mica pastes. You can add glitter because they have glitter pastes. So I would think that anything you could add to either of those should be fine. You may even be able to use food coloring. I don't know how long it lasts or if there's any kind of problem with it after the fact, and I have not tried it, but I'm thinking you probably could. Anyway, we have these guys. I think these are fun, so I think I'm going to make something with one of those, and just because it's on my desk, I've got a piece of red. Now, we're going to go with white. If I'm going to do purple, we're going to go with white, because I think I want to go with purple. So I've got my 100% juice. I've got my paste. I'm going to move that out of the way, because I'm going to make a little bit of a mess. And why don't I get out... Where'd I put it? Where'd I put it? It was in here earlier today. What'd I do with it? There it is. I'm using this so I can move things out of the way. So that's my Glassboard Studio mat. So using shimmer solar spray would work. I would assume so. I mean, I don't think there would be any kind of a problem with it. The solar spray, though, is so light, you may not get a lot of the color. If you want it to be a vibrant color, I would say use maybe one of the Tim Holtz sprays, one of the darker sprays. Debbie says that she bought re-ink. Deborah says, if Elizabeth hears this, she's going to yell at me for not calling you Deborah. My name is Deborah also, but I just answered everything. I bought re-inkers for 99 cents, even though I don't own the stamps. It can be used for watercolor or for what Debbie's doing. Absolutely.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now back to our show.
So I'm going to start off with just putting a little bit of the ink down. You can't even see it because it's behind that message. So I put a little bit of 100% juice down, just a little bit. And like I said, you can do this with your with re-inkers as well. And look at that. It's changing to that purple. Now, if you put a lot of the paste, it's going to be a lighter purple. Just like with mixing anything, the more of the ink, the higher the ink ratio, the darker the color is going to be. The lower the ink ratio, the lighter the color is going to be. That is kind of a light purple. I'm going to add a little bit more just because I want more. No, I did not see your new quote because I'm actually trying to do something here. I do have I always have something else that I want to get done, and I'm excited to be able to get started on some of the things. And y'all can't even see how dark this one is. I'm going to add some more. Yeah, I'm cleaning it up on here just so I can mix it in, and that way you can actually see the color. So there we go. But it does have a nice shine to it. I'm pretty sure that there's like white mica in here or a pearlescent mica. Like maybe a perfect pearls kind of color of mica. This also means that you can kind of get a marbly look if you mix it in a marbly fashion, if you don't mix all of the color, all of the ink in. So now you saw with a little bit of the 100% juice, I'm going to go ahead and put that down onto a card. And try not to make a humongous mess of everything. Of course I'm going to make a mess. I'm just going to hold this in place because this is just playtime. We're just going to experiment a little bit. And I probably need to tape this down because we don't have enough to cover this. So why don't we put it different colors on here, right? Let me grab some mint tape. I'm actually going to just grab some washi tape. That I probably need to reuse for other things because this is actually a Tim Holtz one, I think. So I'm just going to tape that down so hopefully it won't move. And let's mix another color. Does it look mauve? Yeah, it does look, it kind of looks a little bit, not quite lilac, because lilac has a little bit of a bluish tone, and this one is one that has got a red. So mauve would have a red undertow to it. Well, that's going to have a clog. I put this in crooked, and I just noticed it, and it's been sitting overnight crooked. Okay. So I cleaned my palette knife because I don't want to commingle the colors in here too much. Let's grab some more. What color do you guys want to go with next? I think this time I'm going to use a re-inker instead. That way you can see both. So we've got some purple down. We could go to the red side or we could go to the blue side. And it would kind of mix in well. So for blue, I've got some clear skies. I've got some midnight snack. For reds, I've got, of course, bee sting, and we've got some prom queen. Ruth says both. Of course you did, honey. Okay, so far we've got a blue. So Chris is saying blue. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna do some clear skies. Of course, Jen said red right after that. So here's some of the clear skies, and I'm just gonna. This is actually easier. You just go. Boop. I think I'm gonna do 3 drops. It'll be a bit bolder than if I just did 2. Look at that color. And you can see I've got some bits that are darker, and well, I think you can see this part over here is a little darker, and it's kind of, yeah. That's one of the reasons why if you put it on the stencil first and then add it, you're going to keep more of that white in there. This way it kind of blends in as you're adding it to your stencil. But it is kind of, this is so pretty. And just because I can, I'm going to take another piece of cardstock over the top, and we're going to try picking up some of this. And you guys know I basically said that I did not want to do lots of backgrounds, right? Because I have too many backgrounds, but... So the purple had dried a lot, but this looks kind of cool. To me, it looks almost like coral. I like this look. I'm going to set this one to the side. I'm thinking you could put a sentiment or something here. It almost looks also like this is like the greenery part, and then this would be the water. So maybe doing some dark blue over in here would look kind of cool. Or if we do it as coral, we could have like a maybe cookie dough in this area and some fish. Ruth says put a mermaid in the space. I know, this looks really, really cool. So now we can take the bubbles off. Or the circles off. Now let's take a look. And that looks pretty cool. Now, because this is a paste, you need to clean it right away. And I, of course, did not bring a bin of water in here. Otherwise, I could just drop it in there and let it soak. Give me a minute. I'm going to actually go, and I'm going to leave this up so you guys can look at it and stuff if you want. Anne's leaving. Bye, honey. Love you. We will be live twice tomorrow. We will be live in the morning at noon. We're going to be stitching a honey pot for Pooh Bear. And then I think we're getting together with Elizabeth tomorrow night, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to go and we're going to start washing this, but I am going to go ahead and get me a bin of water. So I will be right back. Hey, Kelly. So Kelly said she's having a bad wreck already. I think she said meant week. I hope she's not having a wreck because that would really suck. So how are you doing, honey? I hope it gets better for you. I know this is really one of those things that it's one of those techniques that's it's in your crafty toolbox, but you don't think about. I mean, I do so much die cutting. I don't think about these kind of things that I could actually mix in with it. So I'm going to try to start adding more. So here's that one where we just took up the excess off the top. And this is the one we have through that stencil from my brain just stopped again, Lisa Horton. And something else I didn't grab is one of my baking racks. So I've just got a little baking rack. I think this one was actually probably from Dollar Tree. Then I can just add these two so that they have a chance to dry. And that's also one of the nice things about my 10 drawer thing over here, is I can use them as little shelves. Are we going to bake cookies today? No. Nope. But didn't that turn out nice? I like that. And the only reason you've got two different textures after picking some of it up is that the purple had a chance to dry a little bit, because there was a little bit of a delay while we were mixing. Okay, let me go ahead and clean some of this up. And now this has had a chance to dry a little bit, and I don't want it to. And you can do this with all of your different pastes, okay? No, cookies. Kelly, what? No. No. Flooding of the craft space is no. That's not allowed. And here's my thought on it. It's like, we do so much with paper that if I had a flood in here and it took out all my paper, what would I do? Yeah, I don't really have a lot on the floor, thank goodness, but... I think I want to make some more of this paste to go on this piece though, because that's not enough. I was just going to do cleanup. Nope. Yeah, she's going to have to buy more paper. Okay, so Ruth, she will not allow me to stop. Just want to point out, noon is not morning. Noon is morning if you're just waking up. Well, I'm basically saying morning because it depends on what part of the country that you're in. I'm in Florida, so noon, it's just past it, and I have a hard time greeting someone saying happy noon or good noon. It does not roll off the tongue like good morning or good afternoon. And close to 12 o'clock really doesn't count as afternoon to me. Time zones are hard, yes. Kelly, you need to tell us more, honey. Tell us more. Oh, that looks cool. Yeah, this is pretty. And it's a smooth texture. I just did, you know, that squiggle thing, but you could, with paste, you could actually add real texture to things. And that's why I think when they're using it for, like, say, artwork, not just cards, actually for both, but when they're using it for, like, artwork on a canvas, yeah, I agree. Somebody needs to start a GoFundMe for Kelly. But she hasn't told us if she's actually lost anything. Oh, okay. She said, what? She lost her filming equipment. What have you been using for filming, honey? I'm hoping you still have your phone. A phone will work as a minimum. I mean, I'm hoping to get better lights because one of the switches for turning my lights on, and my lights are kind of cheap because I always go with cheap. I'm thinking I'm getting Todd. Todd's going to ask his mom to get me the Elgato key lights. Yeah, equipment can be expensive. It just depends on what you're using. I started off, and a lot of other people started off with just either their phone or a tablet. I haven't used a phone for filming in forever until I just did that live stream with Biddy Penny this weekend, and it was a pain to try to do everything on my phone and try to do it vertically and actually have you guys be able to see something, but we made it work. I also pulled out my my lavalier mic and my earbuds and discovered, see, I've been complaining about my earbuds basically since I got them, and I bought them, and it's a company that I think is a good one, but apparently I've been using the wrong size little rubber thingies to go in my ears and didn't know it. So I looked at my Amazon order. I ordered them in 2023, and they supposedly came with 3 different sizes. And it's like, I don't remember that. So I started going through some of my stuff, cables and all the things that I've got in a bin. Keep coloring my nails. Anyway, in a bin, and found the things. It's like they were in these little plastic pouches that I had no idea what they were, because although you can see through the side, you can't tell what's in there. That's like black, and then the ear thingies were like gray, so I didn't know. So I just switched them out for the smalls, and I think that's what size I'm supposed to wear. So you guys may actually see me with my hair down and without a headset before long, if I can get the mic to work correctly. Wait, your roof? Okay, so she was using a Sony. I want to see where and how much that costs. That way you guys can know. I'm sure they've got it on Amazon. Yep, they have it for Amazon. That camera $600. That's the reason why I haven't gotten that. Cameras I'm using are the Elgato face cams. So I've got one here and I've got one there. And my Elgato face cam, it isn't going to be as high a quality, but then again, for what I'm doing, it works out really well. I'd rather be able to zoom better. So eventually I will upgrade, but not right now. And I know it's hard to go back once you start using really good quality. So hopefully your insurance will cover it, but if they don't, you have 230 videos in your private YouTube studio. So, honey, you're why? Okay, the face cam, I'm just waiting for it to pop up because websites are just, I think the internet's almost down or something. Why is it not popping up? I know that it is on the, I know it's there because I bought them off of Amazon. I wonder if they're having an issue too. Okay, the MK2, which is an upgrade from what I've got, is right now $105. So instead of $600, it's $100. And there are different versions of the face cam of all the things. But yeah, that's the one that I've got, one of the face cams, but it's not the MK anything. I have no idea. Wait, what big cyber attack? Lisa? I don't listen to the news, so I have no idea what you're talking about. I do know that my Flowdesk, there's apparently a cloud server issue, and I know about that, but I don't know what's causing it. So you're saying there was a cyber attack today. Okay, now I have to look it up. You don't want me to make anything, do you? Oh, wow. A bunch of places this morning. Amazon Web Services outage affects global websites. Now that makes sense. Okay, now I get it. I understand more about why these other ones are having problems. If they're using AWS, I use AWS. A lot of times when you get my freebies, because I don't want to have them housed on my computer, I don't want them to be housed on my website because it uses up so much space, but a lot of the freebies and downloads that I've done are housed over at AWS, which is the Amazon storage thing. And it's really cheap to hold your stuff there. It's basically so you can have secure storage. I did not know it had been hacked. I mean, I don't have anything really expensive over there, so I'm kind of in a good place. But if say Flowdesk is using it, and if Canva is using it, and if Amazon, of course, is using it, that would be a reason for it. But yeah, I just saw that there was some where it says 11 hours ago, MSS claims NSA used 42 cyber tools in a multi-stage attack on Beijing time systems. That's not the one I'm looking at, but I thought I saw something about... It was on the last page I was looking at. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was where you guys told me it was AW. Okay. GeekWise, 32 minutes ago, says AWS outage was not due to a cyber attack, but shows potential for far worse damage. Ooh. A massive outage that hit Amazon Web Services early Monday and took down several major sites and services was due to an internal issue with the cloud's giant infrastructure. That's one of those cases that if you're too big... I mean, I'm so little that pretty much everybody who sends me an email saying, hey, something didn't work, I'm able to address it. And I address it personally. A big company like that, they've got teams that take care of different things, but sometimes things do slip through the cracks. And I've worked for some big companies. The outage impacted everything from sites including Facebook, Coinbase, and Amazon itself. To check-in kiosks at LaGuardia. So lots of places, and Amazon is one of the huge things. So yeah, it looks like that's probably the reason my emails are going to be screwed up for a bit until they fix it. Okay, I will have to look back into that more, but yeah, thank you so much for telling me, because like I said, I don't look at the news. I would probably hear about this when Todd came home if he happened to think it was something that I would be interested in. He has more of a tendency to show me things, either politics or somebody wrecked their bike or this person on their bike is stupid or plants. Yeah, Carol. Yeah, I haven't looked at my Pinterest, but I still have to read this. One of those things that I have not made the time to research. But yeah, I rebooted my computer right before starting because I was just trying to get a download to happen from Canva. This morning, I was catching up on all of my social media posts that I hadn't done. Oh, he does that too, Ruth. So Todd doesn't show you cat videos anymore. Yeah, he actually more often with the cat things, he sends me things in Facebook. So he'll just chat. It'll be like a one image thing. But yeah, he does that all the time. But yeah, I mean, I did not know that there was an issue, but yeah. So this morning I got most of my social media stuff for the last week scheduled, but then I was having trouble with Adobe Express, which is what I use to schedule everything out, because it'll let me schedule to multiple platforms at once, and it saves me a ton of time. So any of those little things like that are free that I can save a lot of time, that's a win-win for me. So I was using that this morning, and I was like, I had some pictures I was trying to download. Just like, the photos were okay. The video files were not. I even tried to do a GIF file, and it got all the way to the end of the download and just sat there, making me think I didn't do something. But now I know that it's probably that they're having issues. I had one that it's like I did the edit, and then I went back to look at it. I was like, what happened? Why is it not putting the picture where at least Canva wasn't as bad, but yeah, some of the stuff is like, come on. Alrighty, so that's not dry yet. I was thinking that was almost dry. Yes, Jen, you are correct. So Todd will be sitting in the desk right beside me. He will be literally 4 feet from me. I mean, if we both hold out our arms, we can hold hands while we're in this room together. He's that close. So, anyway, yeah. He will message me on Facebook while I'm live in the middle of a class, and that happened this last time. Okay, so Ruth said, are there any free thing app or whatever you can schedule to various platforms? Absolutely. Adobe Express is free. It is part of Adobe. And they do wind up, every time I log in, they're trying to sell me something, but I go into their calendar and it works great. Let me show you what I've got. Okay, I'll put that over onto this screen so that it will go to the display. So when I go into Adobe Express, it's basically where you can create stuff too. You can use this like Canva, but I think that depending on how much you decide to save to it, that's when it starts charging you. Over here, there's this little calendar thing that says schedule. So if I click on that, I'm assuming it's going to work. You see, it's taking a while. It never takes this long to go through there. And I had it where it was not putting this stuff in. So right now, I've got a bunch of things scheduled out. If I look at just this week, this is this week's stuff. So you see, I've got stuff scheduled for this next week. Now, last week, see, I didn't put anything up on Friday. I did post some things on Saturday. So you got one of those little martini girls, the martini mood things. So that one went up, and it goes up to my Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram all at the same time. And I discovered this because I was watching one of Andy Lippy's videos or live streams. I was probably in the middle of his live stream, and he mentioned it. So it's like, you what? Because he was using this. And so I was like, okay, I got to check this out. And I've been using this for months without a problem. If there's a gap in time, it's because I got busy and then didn't get anything scheduled in there. So let's see. Let me go look at today. So here's today. So my post for today, I finally posted our first If I go into it, here we go. The first of the pictures for that first, I think, Ruth, I think this is a card that's coming to you that has not been mailed out yet, I don't think. Maybe it has. I don't remember. Anyway, that's my social media post for it, including the link to the video and everything in there. So it's going to all the places. So it's going to TikTok. No, you can post things to TikTok too, except it has to be video. It'll let you do that. I could go in here and say duplicate the post, and here you get to pick all the places that you've logged in for, connected to be able to add them. There are other connections. Pinterest is one of them. I don't have my Pinterest connected. Why don't I have my Pinterest connected right now? Probably because the format doesn't match. I try to do everything with the same format so I don't have to do it multiple times. So everything right now is Instagram format, and everything right now, the text is Twitter format. No, not to me. I don't think. But then again, you say, I slept since then. Yeah, that's Ruth's yummy card. This is the one that was the was kind of the shadow box card. So this morning I was working on all these. So I've got scheduled out through, let me look at the month piece. The last thing I have posted is for, I know it's past that one. I know I'm into November. I've got a few things in November. November 4th is the last thing I've got scheduled out, and that's one of the new summits. So all of those are up there too. Actually, let me just double check for today and make sure that my Instagram, my post for having to, I think I posted for today. Did I? I don't remember. Come on, let's go to today. Here's today. Oh, yep. I have a post there for, let me look at the Instagram one. Scrapbooking Fun Summit. I've got that one up. It should already be posted. It's not letting me look at it though. So it should already be posted on Instagram, so y'all have got access to that. Show and tell. You're a goldfish. Kelly needs to play with her Spellbinders dies. Yes. Well, less than a goldfish. Sometimes I swear it's less than 3 seconds. Honey, you are so wrong. You know why I can say that? Because you will remember, hey, Debbie hasn't made a comment about my my quote that I did. And then you'll go find it and you'll put it up there. And that, I'm sure, is more than a 3-second time frame in between. I know you have better. Yeah, I know that. Okay. Anywho, we've got a couple of panels done. Let me move this over there. And so far, we're just doing those nice, cool things that are blue and purple. What do you guys want to do more of this, or do you want me to see if I can speed up? Well, it is 1 o'clock. I should probably speed up the drawing on the others, because you can. Is anybody going to try the thing with the paste? And let me see if I've got another paste I want to do. I kind of want to do something with the transparent gloss, but I don't want to wait for it to dry. So one of the things I wasn't sure about, and I looked it up, apparently, and I'm going to try it because I haven't done it. Apparently you can foil over the gloss. Now I do have the foil transfer gel duo, but I mentioned to you guys that I also have the foil transfer gel, which does not dry tacky. This it doesn't dry tacky. This dries smooth. I was playing around yesterday. So this one is the opaque matte that I added some glitter to, and I just did some drops of some bee sting that looks kind of gross. And this is the regular matte surface of the opaque matte. And then I did the same thing with the transfer gel gloss, where I've got this part, I put some glitter in it. So clear glitter. Yeah, just sprinkled some glitter on top. I put some bee sting. Actually, some of it isn't dry yet. Some of my ink did not dry, where I just dripped it on there. I did not mix it in, okay? And then this is just plain clear. Okay, so Ruth has a thing she says. Ruth says, I just ink pad on glass mat and paste on top of color to mix it. Yes. Yes. I think last year, I need to clean up this excess ink. So it looks like it didn't dry completely, and I was just wanting to see how was it going to look. But it looks like that bee sting did not dry completely. Probably because it didn't have anywhere to soak in, and I'm pretty sure that that most likely what happened is that my clear gloss texture paste probably dried before the ink. But yeah, I used last year, I think it was one of the points when I was playing with the bat stencil. So it was either last Halloween or the one before, Sabrina's bat stencil. I mixed it with some orange, and I don't know if it's probably just me. I probably didn't leave it in the light long enough, but I never did get a really nice glow from it. But then again, I've always struggled with that, and I don't know why. It's like, I see where it works for other people because I see that they were able to record it on video, but for whatever reason, I can never really see it that well, and I don't really know why. So that's one of those things that I still need to practice with. Just like I bought the glow-in-the-dark wax so that I can make the little ghosties, and I haven't done that yet. Who knows? Maybe I'll do that tomorrow night. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another stencil, and the bubbles is still in the water. I left it in the water, but I have a ton of stencils. Grabbing out my stencil book number 2. Number 2 has things like rabbit hole designs and scrappy tails. That would be really pretty with some foil over the top tomorrow. So ASMR is going to try Instagram later. Yeah, I haven't looked to see if there was actually a problem where I couldn't get into it. So I don't know. It's called patience. What's patience? Are you saying I'm supposed to be patient? But look at this. The texture on this is different. Okay, this one is kind of more liquidy than the metallic white. And then the opaque is thicker, more like spackle. Not quite, but it's still thicker and still has that same kind of spackly consistency, I think. Okay, going over the top of these pretty snowflakes. And I'm just holding this in place with my hand, meaning it's possible some of this will go underneath this stencil, but you know what? This is mostly just for demo anyway. Just to show y'all how it can work. I'm assuming that this is going to work pretty much the same way as the regular Thermoweb foil gel did. Because it's going to dry clear. That also means that this is going to be a resist. So another thing you can do foil, or you could also color the background over it, behind it, and leave all those snowflakes white. So that's another thing that we could do with it. And yes, I'm very careful when I'm taking the thing up, which is why I always reach for my pokey tool or tweezers. Oh, that looks pretty. Look at that. Oh, you can't see it. Dang it. I think I'm going to do another one. But let me pick this one up first so that y'all can see. And it's going to dry clear, but you can see all those snowflakes. I like paste, but I'm forgetful and end up not cleaning my stencil. Honey, that's why I went and got my bin. It's like I didn't bring anything to clean my stuff with. So I've got a water bin. I've actually got a water bin sitting on my top drawer over here, and now I'm putting all the things on top of it so they can dry. I'm going to do a second one, so I can do one of them with the resist and then one of them with the foil. And maybe we'll do that. Well, these are not Halloween, so maybe I'll do those later in the week. Because these is all Christmassy. I'm just going to do the same thing. Also, if you use the big palette knife, the big scraper, it goes down a lot faster. but sometimes you still wind up with some texture on the open spots. So I think I'm still going to go back over a little bit with the palette knife, just so I can get them to be a little bit smoother. But I've got everything pretty much covered. And since I've got that bin of water, I can have them soaking so that it doesn't destroy my stencils. I have had Simon Hurley Astro Paste. Yeah, I have had that stuck on there, and that means I have to take a scrub brush and scrub the crap out of it to try to get all of that paste off. The glitter paste is probably the one that has is the hardest to get all. That snowflake doesn't have anything. What? There we go. That little one was missing it. But that's probably the one that is the hardest for me to remove all the stuff from. Okay, so we've got enough snowflakes. I've also got my little nail brush over here in there so that I will be cleaning these all with that. So I think one of these I'm going to do as a resist. And one of these I will do with foil. But for right now, they just have to sit to the side and dry. And maybe I'll add some glitter to one. Well, okay, that means I need to do another stencil because I already put that one in the water. What do I want to use? Okay, we're going to do glitter over the top of one. And we may not see them all by the time we get done. Ha 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 ha. This is one I'll be able to use tomorrow. All right, so I'm gonna get some black cardstock this time. I think I'm not gonna use my black hole cardstock because I need more of it and I don't have a lot. I've only got like, I think the pack came with like 10 sheets, so I'm gonna need more. Do I have any black over here? I could do gray. These are all heavyweights. These are all ones that I want to use for card bases. Where are my panels that are not for card bases? I have them, I just don't know where they are. I add items from exactly. She says I add items to my wish list and wait for the sales. There are some sales going on. I'm gonna go ahead and show that because I just updated the thing. Here's a black panel. I think it is a heavyweight, but that's okay. That's actually better. So here is a black panel, and I'm gonna put my little bats down. Deborah, she says we do the okay. She wants us to do the cat going across the screen. I think I can do that with a button over on Twitch too. Pick that up. Where's it at? Oh, there's my black cat. Oh, you're already doing it. Okay, I'm gonna do it too. So I just pushed a button over on Twitch and did the little black cat. Twitchy Danielle, yeah, that is the same person. Yeah. Danielle Vegas and yeah, Danielle is Danielle. So we're going to put some of this on here. Again, this is the clear. I'm having fun with this. It's been a while since I just played with pastes, you know? I've been trying to do a project, actually complete a card with pretty much every video and live stream for a while, so I haven't really done just playtime, and I didn't know what I was going to do today. I can always change the title later. Right now it still says, let's make a card. We'll do something. If two people do it at the same time, the kitty should go across on both sides and meet in the middle. And for a cat fight. I don't have that video. That is funny though. Look at our bats. Now that one's going in there too. Gotta say that is going to be the last of the paste. I'm putting the paste away. And I'm going to put my stencil tools in the water too. Okay. Now I have to move my bin and my panels and try not to spill anything so I can get to my glitter. Okay, I have to remember. I'm saying this out loud, so hopefully I won't forget. I have to remember it's in the floor behind me. Is it the top drawer? Here we go. So a while back, I bought these little containers. And these are very similar to the ones that are sold at Ranger. I don't even know if these are available as the cheap knockoffs, but I got these because I wanted to try it out. And I don't do this much because, you know, glitter goes everywhere. If you have an aversion to glitter, avert your eyes. The thing is, it's going to stick to the paste part, okay? So I'm basically just using this to spray the glitter right on the bats, loading them up right on the paste. And I really have not used this. Okay, I'll be honest. I have not used these. I bought them like 2 years ago and never did use them because, see the mess? I could have done this on a lighter cardstock and you'd be able to see it better. I can see it. I'm also thinking that and it's like my hand is getting tired. I could have done this on a different color cardstock, I'm sure. My wrist is getting tired. You could do it. I should have done it in a tray. Yeah. Well, I think when I did it last time, I put a paper towel underneath it. It basically almost all the glitter went right on here. And I do have a little, I do have a vacuum from Shark so I can clean up the excess. Oh. But look at that. That is going to be so friggin' pretty. So that one's going to the side. So that means we're going to have like 4 different. We're going to be able to see different ways that we've used that that clear texture paste, the transparent gloss. We're going to see a few different ways that we could use that. Now, I still have way too much glitter. I've got lots of colors of glitter because I bought a lot of different glitters at one point because I was going to do resin stuff. So I've done one tumbler that I really like and I still love it. And I haven't used much glitter since then because loose glitter is a pain in the butt. It goes everywhere. And like they say, it is the herpes of the crafting world. So I am going to just dump most of this off into my garbage. It's sticking to my mat. I'll show you what it looks like after I've wiped it down, okay? I'm going to have to clean this much better, but it still has glitter everywhere. Look at that. But I don't have glitter all over me, so having this on there is always a good thing. Kelly's Craft has a Discord. And if I have to, because this is small, it's going to be real easy for me to take into another room to clean it. I probably won't need to because I have another tool that I like. This one is actually for my Tim Holtz mat, and it basically cleans everything off. It is a really nice scraper. It's like the end of it is real. It's not sharp, but it's very firm. And I use that when I have glue or anything that gets stuck. Kelly found a load of ducks the other day, like Joker back. You have a Doctor Who? Honey, I need the Doctor Who. Okay, there's most of it cleaned up. I really didn't try to scrape everything off the center because that's where everything was getting piled up. Jen says, I used to have evil boy or girl duckies. Someone liked them, so I gave them away. Unfortunately, no longer available. Yeah. Well, I've still got a ton of ducks, and I don't take them out very often, but it's kind of one of those things that I love my ducks. And it was funny at my job. What would happen is somebody else would have a duck and they decide, hey, you want this? And they'd give me their ducks. That's the way I got a lot of them to begin with. And then when my boss, when she left the company, I got all of her ducks when my new manager came in there. Do I watch the original Doctor Who? I have a really hard time watching older shows sometimes because the resolution and this stuff just bugs me now. I mean, it's things that we used to think that were cool. I can go back and watch a show that I watched in the 80s and I won't like it as much because they don't have the improved graphics that we've grown used to. So I'm really, really bad about that. Okay, let's see if any of these are dry yet. This one's almost. And I have no patience. Ruth says that you still have the flower ducky I gave you in your D-stash. I need to go and pull my Halloween ones after, before Halloween is over. I need to pull out my Halloween duckies. Eyeline says, I'm a Whovian, watched everything I could get. Well, that's the thing. I think I did. I remember when I first saw the reboot of Doctor Who, in the early 2000s. I remember when I first saw those, I had this thought in my head. It's like, wait a minute. I remember something about this from when I was a kid. Wasn't he supposed to get younger? It's like, I still don't know what show it was that I was thinking of. But I fell in love with it as soon as the one in 2006 came out. So I haven't gotten around to watching all of the old ones. I've watched some. I have watched some. And there's some that are better than others. And some it's kind of the monsters are like, these are just so stupid looking. It's kind of like when I'm, you know what I watch more right now? Because we got rid of Disney Plus like about a week or so ago. So we did catch up on all the new stuff. And Todd didn't like any of it. He basically has not liked the Doctor Who stuff since Capaldi came out. He never really liked Clara all that much. He really didn't like Donna. He couldn't stand Donna, and I thought that she was just a friggin' hoot. But yeah, he didn't like a lot of those things. And the storyline just wasn't as good, I guess, with the newer ones. And it's like, I could still get myself lost in the story. I like connecting all the dots. I remember when I first was watching, you watched back in before 2000, we would watch shows as they came out. You really weren't going to watch a whole season of anything. And then I think the first show that I ever watched a whole season of, like pretty much back to back to back, was Charmed. And that's because I think I recorded it on my DVR and just watched it over and over and over again. The entire series. Upon our drives around here, someone has a blue telephone booth like Doctor Who. I've actually done a couple of paintings that were Doctor Who. I did not draw them. I can color things. I'm not really a drawing person yet. I need to work on that. But in 2014, I did my first fence panel. There was a guy in our area that was doing something he called Paint the Trail. And the trail is our bicycle trail. So the thing where Todd rides pretty much every day. And he's got tons of fence panels up. And what he would do is he would draw them out. He would sketch everything out and he would give them to you with some paint, and you got to paint it kind of like paint by numbers. So I did the Princess Bride. I did Buttercup. I did after I actually sent him the picture, said, can you draw this for me so I can paint it? I did Doctor Who, Don't Blink, the picture from the TV screen. I did a fence panel that was that. I did a Weeping Angel, and both of those he put up beside someone's their back gate that went out onto the trail that they had in the shape of the TARDIS. So my Doctor Who and my Weeping Angel are right beside the TARDIS. I've shared pictures on my Facebook, so I can see if I can find them again and let you guys see, but it was so cool. And Todd would go and get he went and got the panels in the creepy van, brought them home for me, and I just painted them, and he would deliver them back. So I don't think I didn't meet the guy that this is good. Police box, right? Well, it does have a telephone. Because, Matt Smith said that he needed to remember to reconnect the telephone through the main console panel. Kelly says, I didn't like after Matt Smith. I feel it went down a little. Favorite Dr. Defo, David Tennant. I love David Tennant. I would still watch all the things. I just finished watching a movie or a series with him where he was a bad guy, and it's like, I'm starting to not like David Tennant. I was telling Todd this has to be over soon because I am starting to not like him. I mean, I saw him in Jessica Mars? No. There was another show where he was a bad guy, but it was so little that it wasn't a big deal. There was another one, and I can't remember what it was now, but he was forever, and he just got to be worse and worse and worse. Every episode, he got to be worse. Oh my God. Okay, so this is dry now. So now I have to figure out what to put on it. Let's see. Do I have any dies out here I want to play with? I have some new dies that I hadn't decided to do anything with, and I'm going to do later this week because Kelly, yes, I had to buy them. I ordered the Merry Mischief Stamp and Die Bundle. So it has... But none of these go with that. The penguins could go with it. What do you think? You think the penguins would go good with this? And this almost looks like you used Simon Hurley paste, except a lighter color. Like you mixed the white and one of the blues together. What do you think? ASMR says yes. Jennifer says yes. Deborah's going to IKEA. Yay. I haven't got anything from IKEA. The IKEA here is, I think, at least an hour away. So yeah, I haven't gone over there. I've gone in there before, but I haven't been there in years and years and years and years. What does Cinnamon say? What'll I do without you this Christmas? Snow glad we're friends, and you're a true gift. I love the what'll I do. Okay, let's go ahead and do a little bit of die cutting, and then we're going to add that to our panel, and this is going to be done. And then, yes, I will give the card away. But I hope that y'all got a little inspiration to pull out some of the stuff that you've got in your stash. I mean, how many of you guys have got pastes clear or white? Because what do we do when we first get something? We get the generic color because we don't know if we're going to like it. And then we forget to use it. Have you guys got any of that stuff? And for you guys that are watching the replay, y'all tell me too. Do you have any of the white or transparent of any of the sorts of paste that you haven't used in forever, or do you use them regularly? I'd like to know that too. Go ahead and tell me down in the comments. 9 times out of 10, I do answer comments. Carol is in Cleveland. The nearest IKEA is in Columbus. Yeah, you have to have everything shipped. Yeah, I don't have any of the stuff. But then again, yeah, Todd is Todd. Todd is the Todd. When I said that I wanted cabinets, something for storage that we would have in this room, what did he do? What did he do? He decided that we were going to Renegers, which is a antique show, an antique market, whatever. It's kind of like a flea market. So I've got 2 antique cabinets in here that are full of stuff that I've had for years. But yeah, that's where mine came from. They didn't come from IKEA. I'm looking for paper in here to decide what I want to use. I decided to move my my little scrap. This one, oh, this one needs to stay out because I need a foil on that one because I think I made out of the transfer gel. I made a panel that should do for reverse foiling, and I still haven't done it, and that's been 6 months ago, I think. Okay, so I've got black for the black part of our penguin, and do I have any white scraps that are about the right size for me to do the rest of our penguins? Here's one. So that should work. So this is the black piece, I think. Best way to know, look at the picture. So this is the black piece. Carol says I have a dream box. Oh, honey, I've told Todd that I want one of those, and he's like, no. Where would we put it? And I have to agree. I mean, we do have the 2 cabinets here. We have my big desk that we built a riser thing on that's about 5 inches, I guess. Meaning my little bins will fit under there. My Cricut Joy will fit under there. All the things. So I've got that. And then I've got my monitors on top. And then we built this big 7-foot tall shelving thing over there that's 2 feet deep that I've got a bunch of stuff in there that I don't ever look at. Mostly because I wanted to move things closer to me that I need. I still need to go back through my junk room and clean all that stuff up, and I'm getting started on it. I just haven't, it's a long process. Hopefully I'll have some time to get some of that done in the next couple of weeks, because yeah, I think I'm about at a point where I don't have to rush. I thought I was there yesterday and it's like, oh, I still have to get this done. Yeah. And on I think the SVG Card Crafter Summit that Brandy's doing, I think the promotion period for that one is next week. And then I've got another summit, then I've got another promotion period that's going to be like the week after. So those are coming up too, but I don't have everything on the same dates. This weekend was crazy. It was fun, but it was still crazy. I still have to go back and watch all of the summit videos. I am so glad I have the VIP pass on all of them, because they're going to give me some inspiration for some new things to create for you guys this coming year. So that's another one of my goals. These guys are going to be so cute. Okay, I went ahead and cut out the little feet too. I'm going to leave it on here first and color up the feet. The feet and the beaks. So we have the feet and the beaks. And let me get some orange, because that's what I want to do. This one I think is neon. Oh, this one just it says it's actually orange. I've always wanted a dream box, but I do not want to have an empty craft room again. Honey, your dream box is not going to make your craft room empty. It's just going to make it so you can put everything away. And I think in my mind, the way that one would work, it would satisfy people like Todd that wants everything put away and then doesn't do it. But he wouldn't have to look at all of my stuff to stress him out. So there's that piece, but also you would have it where you could just open it and you can see all the things and have clear bins so you know where everything is. So I think that would actually be really good. A really good idea. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this little guy together. I'm sorry, it fits a lot, trust me. Well, that's what I'm thinking too, but it's still, I still have so much stuff. We were talking yesterday with the Stress-Free Card Maker Summit, and some of the girls were talking about how, remember when we used to buy pattern paper? I had several, and I'm thinking I have tons. Yeah, I still have way too many pattern paper packs that I don't use. So a lot of them, they just went ahead and when they cleaned out their stuff, which I am finally at the point where I'm going to get that done, but I can't do it until I get a chance to go back there and look and see what all the things are. I need to donate it. Now, if things weren't so expensive to ship, I would be shipping it to y'all. And I know some of y'all say, hey, I'd be willing to pay for the shipping, but you know what? It would be less expensive for you to go to Michael's and buy the paper packs than it would be for me to ship it to you. I'm just saying. And everything has, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, you can see there. It tells you exactly where it's supposed to be. And I can see now that one is a little bit crooked. That's okay. It's close enough. But yeah, you can see exactly where you're supposed to put the pieces. I love it when they do that. Spellbinders does some of the best dies. I mean... That's right, I forgot. So Jen's puppy is 63 pounds, and she doesn't have room for things because the dog gets in the way. He wants to curl up under her feet. I hope you guys like the summit videos that I'm putting out. I really do. I always stress over those because I never know for sure. Is this something anybody's gonna like? I'll make envelopes with paper. Right now, what I've been doing, and if you've gotten cards from me recently, you probably have seen it. I'm putting a piece of pattern paper inside your envelope, kind of as protection for the card. And all I'm doing is cutting down 12 by 12 into 4 6 by 6. And just putting that in. I'm not even gluing them in. I did glue some of them in to begin with, and I stopped. Now I'm just putting it in there, and then they may be in, can't guarantee with the mail, but they may be in shape for you guys to be able to use them if you want to. I don't know why I'm coughing. Sorry, guys. He's all snuggled. I'm going to have to make another one of these. I say that all the time, but he's so cute. Look at him. Look at. Aww. He's so cute. So, I think I want the purple down at the bottom. That looks adorable. Jen says, I love the paper in with the cards. I'm reusing too. Yep, I'm trying to do. I mean, it really means if I remember, because there have been times that I've forgotten to do it. But so I need to do a scarf. I also need to put this on a magnet because I haven't done that yet. I'm just sticking it back to the tape that's in there holding them on. I told you, I've been busy. I hadn't gotten things done yet. I'm thinking... could do 100% juice on just on some white cardstock and cut the scarf from that. That would bring in more of the purple. Thank you, Terry Cooper. Hello, hello. And thank you so much, Miss Jennifer. So I could do that. I think that'll look cute. Because I was also thinking I could do some more paper. But you know what? If I did that, it would take a while. I could also use, well, I don't want to use it. I kind of want to use that as a background. I've got that other piece that I did the waist on, but I'm kind of liking that kind of, I don't know, watercolory look, multimedia look of it. And I don't really want to waste I don't want to use it as pattern, yeah. Are you understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth? Probably not. It's like I like it as a background too. So if I like it as a background too, it's hard for me to use it to die cut out of, which is probably one reason why I have so much pattern paper that I haven't used. I do more die cutting and making my own backgrounds, so I don't use the stuff that I actually am keeping to make backgrounds with. Yeah, that is kind of a stupid thing to do, but that's me. Well, that's Debbie. Okay, this one is a thicker cardstock this time, and I'm going to go ahead and use it. So this is some heavyweight. Hey, Smalls! You have to see this. Look at... I still have to give him a scarf, but aren't they little cute? Aren't the penguins adorable? Okay, Smalls says, love you, can't hear you, I got your card. So that means that Smalls is probably about to go live on Twitch, or she may be live on Twitch. I have to look. Smalls is live on Twitch playing Overwatch, which I have not played in forever.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now back to our show.
Okay, so I just made some purple cardstock. Let's dry that a little bit. Hey, Alan. Okay, you're the first one who said that they heard an echo, because I always hear an echo, and then y'all say that there isn't an echo, and it's like, I don't know. So and what's weird is that's the only thing that comes through from Tangia that has an echo. I think that's it. Yeah, that's a Tangia one. I have no idea why it does that. Possums! I mean, Daffy doesn't do it. So it's like, I don't understand. Daffy doesn't have an echo, but that one does, and it's straight.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now back to our show.
That time it didn't have an echo. You heard an echo this time. I did not hear an echo that time. I don't know. Ruth she is Small Town Dreams. So we call her Smalls, and a lot of us spell it with a Z. I don't know if that's what she prefers, but that's what I do. And she is right now, she is live over on Twitch. So I think when we get done, I'm going to raid off to her if any of you guys want to hang out over on the Twitch side. Oops. Okay, where'd the other die go? I will have to find it. So the dies sometimes stick to my plates. I have no idea why. And then they decide they're going to just fly off. And yeah. Luckily, these did cut through fine, so I don't have to worry about recutting them with a die that I don't know where it is. Jen says, raid, yes, please. Yeah, we're going to do that. Let's put our little scarves on our little guys here. Oh my god, they're so cute. Ruth is doing a breath check on Santa. I did not pass the breath check. How many of you guys have checked out the events page over on Spark yet? I'm just curious. That stencil is perfect. It is pretty much right there in the center. Okay, now I need a card base. That's not a card base. Here's a card base. Okay. I told you I like the feel of the heavyweight cardstock for bases, which means when I grab a couple of pieces of white cardstock, I can tell just by the feel whether or not it's a heavyweight or a lightweight to know whether or not it's a card base one. Because right now I have both over here. Ruth got a nice pass for the happy mail she sent her. Aw. So she sent you some happy mail, huh, Miss Terry Cooper? Ruth, I do have it. It is sitting off to the side. It came in over the weekend. So I've got it with the other birthday things. Because you told me it was birthday card plus stuff. So yes, I did get it. So yay, it is here. I don't know what you're talking about, Jen. What's black licorice? I don't have any black licorice. Let's get out some foam. Bum 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 bum. Foam. I need you guys to cross your fingers that Ranger likes my video that I sent them. It's just really hard to know okay, remember when you first started any job, your first day, you have no idea if you're doing what they want you to do or not, right? Of course I'm going to be opening them on live. Jen, we're just waiting until November. So it's going to be after Halloween. So I figured the first Tuesday of the month we'll do Happy Mail included with everything. Yeah, the special things I try to make sure I'm doing on the Tuesday night because that's my regular schedule. All of these daytime ones, there's people that are not able to make it to the daytime because they work and stuff. You guys just get to, take your lunch break and get to hang out with me and all the things. Ruth said Santa packaged the coal not. Are you saying that in that package you sent me coal? Why would you do such a thing? It's hot here. I would never use it. Do I need to send you guys coal? Jed, I know you're going to be here. What? says, I have an excuse for not being here. I went to New York. When did you go to New York, honey? And why did you go to New York? This is going to be so cute. I'm also going to pop up the little penguin, and then I'm going to stamp out a sentiment and figure out where to put it. But first, it's 52 degrees there. Honey, no. Why would you ever go somewhere where it's cold? I do not do the cold thing. Yeah, it is, let me see this, it is 79 degrees here right now in Central Florida. You just got back yesterday. You went to Sleepy Hollow? Oh, now that sounds cool. These guys are so cool. I love them. And I almost put my arm in some ink. Nobody told me. Well, that's part of the thing, okay, Jen? I was born and raised in Montgomery, Alabama, so I'm not used to cold. We did have seasons, and we did have cold-ish weather, and we occasionally, like once every 5 years or something, got snow. So, yeah, it's a thing. What? What poll? I didn't do a poll. Who did a poll? I don't know what that is. Deb voted, but I don't know what the heck that was. I'm going to have to go back and look at the chat. So I don't think I have a voice command for a poll. I don't even know how to set one up. And I don't understand other things too. It's like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know. And I don't know that I've got a mod that can do that. I'm gonna have to look. Oh. So anyway, I grew up where it was warm. One of my issues was trying to figure out, I never could do this. I still can't do it to this day. Figuring out how to layer clothes so that they look good. There were people that I went to school with that they would always look awesome, but no, I couldn't do it. I think I need to trim that one in half. Oh, you put a vote for the card. Okay. I still don't know how you managed to do the poll thing because I didn't have one set up. Okay, so Ruth messaged me on Discord, says, live stream suggestion. Do a live going through all your quotes, a reaction video. More laughs to do it with Elizabeth live. Okay. You are, yeah. Love ya, mean it. Y'all are nuts. Okay, we do need to do the giveaway though. So I still need to do this. God, I still need to do this sentiment, but yeah, we're gonna do that. Goodness. Okay, so get your vote in. Get your vote in. Type no. I'm going to do the reset. It should not have done that. Somebody must have done something earlier because that's not what's happening. No, Danielle, you did not win yet. It hasn't happened yet. Give me just a second. I have to reset it. Reset. Start over. Everybody type into the chat. ! Join. Because I don't know what Danielle did, but Danielle did something. Okay. I do still have some white on here so I can do a sentiment. And I do love that one that is Hey, Susan. What'll I do without you this Christmas? I love that. That is just too cute. Too friggin' cute. So we're going to do that in 100% juice to match the other purples. And once I get the penguin on, you're going to really be able to see the difference in the color between the penguin, the scarf on the penguin, and the purple that is using the same ink that's on the background, because it's very much lighter and softer. We basically made it a pastel by using that wonderful paste.
We interrupt
Oh,
our
that's
program
perfect.
to bring you this important message. I love you. Now back to our show.
Okay, so why does the I love you sometimes echo and sometimes not? I have no idea. It's like it's playing twice at the same time, but I think I've only got like one source that does all of my Tangia stuff, so it shouldn't be. No! Smalls!
You remember me, right? I'm not only there, and nice. You see a little nervous in your head. It's like a creepy circus. Are you ready for the show? Now tell me where did all your
Garbage go?
I'm back. Boo.
Small Town Dreams rated your channel with 8 viewers.
Oh, fabulous! I was not okay, Smalls. I was planning on rating you, honey. But thank you and welcome in, all you guys. I love that song. It's actually one that I've got off of YouTube Audio, YouTube Music, and it's a freebie. It's a freebie, and it is copyright free, so I can use it, and I love it. I love it. Actually, I've got it mixed in with my Halloween music too, so it's so cool. Okay, we have got the cutest Raiders. Look, we have got the cutest little penguin. I am a card maker. I also play some games, but I don't tend to stream them much. And I think the last live stream that I did with playing a game, like last week, I did play Fortnite for a little bit, and I think I had 3 people pop in. I do try to be entertaining, but sometimes, you got to focus on the game, right? Anyway, I've gotten to a point where I can craft and still talk to the chat. Although the chat may take over the stream. And we are right now both live on YouTube and on Twitch. So you guys somebody needs to go and see if they can figure out, where are my other scissors? I've been looking for them all morning. Yeah, these are just friggin' adorable, and this is the background we're putting them on. We were playing with some pastes and made our own softer tone. See how the purple? It's the same purple, but this one is mixed in with a metallic white paste, so it is so... I'm gonna have to go and watch the, Small says that she showed up my card that I sent her on her stream, so I'm gonna have to go and watch that. I have to go back and watch the replay. Caution, it's not my fault. Jen, of course it's your fault. Everything's your fault. No, everything's yours and Ruth's fault. And everybody's. I love you guys. It's toward the end of the stream right before you rate it. Okay, honey. You wanted to show them, okay, this is what this crazy person does. She makes cards for fun. Yeah, don't forget my water bath or whatever behind you. Yeah, I have a water bin that has stencils in it so that the paste doesn't stick to my stencils. And this is the cutest little guy. So if you want to win this one, even you guys that are brand new here that have never been in one of my live streams before, type into the chat, !join, because I'm going to be giving this away to one of the people in the stream. I'm just right now finishing fussy cutting out my sentiment, and then we're going to add that, and we're going to add our little penguins down with some foam too. Both of those need foam. I need a little bit more foam for the sentiment, and we are done. Deadly! Hey, Deadly! Ruth says, what's my fault? I had to mute you for a bit. Oh, well, okay. I just said that everything is yours and Ruth's fault, yours and Jen's fault. And Jen says, I love creating to give away. Absolutely. Deadly makes some really cool things too, guys. If you don't know, he does. Deadly does amiguri, and I'm pretty sure that there are some pictures somewhere in our stream showcase. You may have to go back a bit because it's been a little bit since he posted, but some of the cutest little things. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, so I think I'm going to have, let's see, where do I want these things? I'm going to put this up into the blue, so that way it's got a bigger contrast. But it needs to go high so we have plenty of room for our penguin. I think that's about right. I have to, of course, look at the screen to see. I think that'll work. I think that'll work. We've got lots of shininess. But what everything? It's such a broad topic. Haha. The ridiculous quotes, of course. Those and the screenshots that are in the clip it section instead of video clips. You guys have given me a few things to put up that have definitely helped. I mean, it's been a while since you guys used the, and I don't even know if it still works, but since you guys did the Polaroid picture, but some of those did some of my first face cam or face photos for thumbnails. You guys always help me out with this. I love you guys. Oh God, what did she do? She says I need to see the most recent ones. It just tells you that I've been busy. Ooh, Terry, that's a pretty card. Okay, I'm looking. Clip it. Clip it, clip it. She took pictures of Daffy over my face from when Anne Marie brings Daffy out. And I'm just laughing. One of them, I'm drinking some coffee, and my coffee cup is right behind Daffy's butt. Yeah, those are funny. Those are funny. I have no idea how to use those in social media. I really don't. Oh, I may have to ask Ashley. She has been doing some really fun and funny reels lately. Have you seen the ones coming out from Artistry? I mean, yeah. And she's going to be with us on Thursday, by the way, guys, over on Elizabeth's channel. My main thought was you were laughing and relaxing while he was throwing a temper tantrum. Okay, here's the card, guys. Anybody else want to get in to win this lovely, this is a Christmas card, not traditional colors. It's instead, we've got some blue. What blue did I use? I used Clear Skies, and this is what Clear Skies in the ink pad looks like, and this is what 100% Juice looks like in the ink pad. This one I made this paste over here with this ink pad, and this I made with the refill for this one. Okay, so I made it two different ways to show you that there's different ways you can do it. And then we did the scarf is in the same 100% juice. So these are both the same colors, but this one is mixed in with a white metallic texture paste. So nice. I'm so happy with this. Okay, guys. Anybody else? We got 17 people in the drawing. Anybody else want to get in? Blue Dragon? Hey, I haven't seen your name in here in a bit. I don't know if you've come in here in a bit, but I haven't been in a stream that you've been in a while. So how are you doing? I know, this is so pretty. We made more pet backgrounds too. Okay, here's the other ones that are still drying. So this one... Hey Shay, how are you doing, Annie? So this one was made by lifting some of the paste up off of the stencil that made this. So the purple was pretty much already dry, so we only got this, but it looks like a blue coral. I think that is so pretty. And then I used what was left and made another panel. And then we've got, this one is a clear paste that we're going to use to either foil on or do a resist on in a couple of days. And then I've got a second one just like that. So we're going to do foiling on one, and we're going to do the resist on the other. A couple of different, but look at all the snowflakes. So that means that I put some other ink down. The places that have got the paste is going to resist it. Those are going to stay white where the rest of the color gets added elsewhere. And then I did another one with that clear gloss paste and added glitter to it. And yes, we have some glitter bats. I'm probably going to add some Simon Hurley spray, lunar spray over this to give a little lightness to the background and give some splatter to it. But look at that shine. Look at that. And of course we could put some other critter or something on it, but I think that is just so pretty. I think it's mostly dry too. This is probably going to be played with tomorrow night because we're doing a Halloween, regardless of whether or not Elizabeth comes on with me, which I think she's supposed to. I just haven't gotten a confirmation because she's asleep, or she might be awake by now. But anyway, she was asleep. I could also do a background giveaway. No. I could put my Craftoween Dracula on it. That would be a great idea for tomorrow night's card. Cool. Will you put springs? I can't. That's a paste. It's like this, but I just added glitter to the top. So it's a paste. I can't put anything behind them. It's a stencil. But that would be a cool idea. Yeah, it's not a wobble. I mean, I could have put a wobble behind this. I know, I do so much with the die cuts and stuff. Everything is usually able to be moved around anywhere you want to. And when I do something down with it, just even with stamps, a lot of times I cut those out. I could cut them out and wobble them, but no. I love you guys. Okay, we are going to go ahead and draw. Anybody else want to get into the giveaway for our penguin card? What'll I do without you this Christmas? I mean, I could see about giving this to Todd, and I may make him another one because he likes to snuggle. He gripes at me if I don't get in there to snuggle with him early enough. He really does. Okay, Blue Dragon, if you haven't done it already, type !join into the chat to get in on the giveaway like Miss Shay just did. I didn't see it adjust the count, so you may have already been in. Ruth says, you sending me so many, I'll let you offer this one. And Ruth is actually being super generous that way because you know what? I have to send them all the way to the UK, so it costs more postage. But you guys have also been trying to help me out with postage and stuff with tips and stuff, so I really appreciate that too. Okay, I'm about to hit the drum roll. Y'all ready? Watch, it's going to be Blue Dragon. Y'all ready? Here we go. Who's it going to be? I need to bring up the page to do it. Now you got to get to the page to actually hit the button. Chris won ASMR and Ambience Nook won. So here is your giveaway form. If you could fill that out for me. It's also in the top of the video over on YouTube. So go ahead and fill that out for me so I know where to send this. Now I need to see, is there anybody else that I know that I want to go and raid off to on Twitch? Because I was going to raid off to Smalls, and then what'd she do? She had to come in here. But I love you, honey. Okay. I am just looking to see who's there. Halloween crackers. That's not somebody I'm following, though, but that looks interesting. So instead of making Christmas crackers, somebody was making Halloween crackers. I guess I'm following him. Leathino. Okay. I'm just looking to see who else. Somebody is making crochet amiguri for Halloween. I'm kind of leaning towards the Halloween crackers. I think that would be fun. That does sound like it would be fun. Before we do that, though, let's roll the credits. And I want to thank you to all of the people, VIP supporters. What did you do? I don't know what she did. But anyway, thank you to all of my Twitch subs and YouTube members and to everybody that has participated in my stream. And I don't know what it was that Jen did, but Jen apparently did something. And I will be seeing you guys again tomorrow at noon Eastern. We will be back here again. Tomorrow we are going to be stitching the little the little honey pot that goes with our little Pooh Bear that we made that we made last week. So here's Pooh, so cute. So we're gonna make a honey pot that goes along with him. I'll probably put together a couple of the felt bees. They don't require stitching, they just require cutting and glue. So anyway, yeah, poor Pooh Bear. Pooh baby fell down. Isn't he just adorable? Love it. So we're going to be making that tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, we're going to be live with Elizabeth Costa Rogers, I think. Even if she doesn't come on, though, we're going to do some Halloween crafting. And that's going to be tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Eastern with a members only on YouTube pre-show at 4:30. So you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to go ahead and hit the raid. And we're going to go and raid off to Leathino, who is making Halloween crackers. I think that's going to be fun. So we're going to go do that. And I will see the rest of you guys tomorrow. Love you guys.